In this After Effects tutorial, I'll show you how to take the way your animations look from basic to this very unique style. Hey everyone, my name is Manuel and let's dive right in. First, let's take care of the background. The base is a texture we then use as Luma track matte. Therefore, we add a new solid and name it texture. To create the texture, we use turbulent noise. If you want to create a loop, use fractal noise instead. Let's add it and change the fractal type to smeary, the noise type to soft linear. We increase the brightness to around 15. Let's scale it up to around 500 and set the complexity to 1. Let's animate the evolution, as always, with an expression. Time *10. We want to sharpen the edges a little. To do that, we use posterize. Let's set level down to 6. Then if you look closely, the edges are rough. To smooth that, let's add Gaussian blur. And add a blurriness of 4. Now, let's create the actual background. You either add another solid or double-click on the rectangle tool to add a new shape. A solid fill, no stroke. Let's name it background 1. Then let's add a 4-color gradient. And, of course, choose 4 colors. I want to recreate the look exactly like I showed you at the beginning. That's why I type in RGB values for each color. It's a mix of rose, dark purple, and black. We leave the positions as they are and use the texture as Luma matte for the shape layer. This sun icon indicates that the Luma matte is activated. Next, we add a layer style. We right-click on the layer, go to Layer Styles, choose Bevel and Emboss. It adds volume to the shapes. Let's set the size to around 30, soften to 16. We choose a bright yellow color for the highlight color and a bright purple color for the shadow color. Next, we duplicate the shape layer, select the top one, and we change 2 of the colors in the color gradient. The second one, we turn it into orange, and the black turns into a dark blue. Then we invert the matte. Looks great already, right? We duplicate the top shape layer this time, then set the blending mode to pin light. And that emphasizes the bright edges. Let's reduce the effect and set the opacity to around 60%. Then let's take care of the edges. The bevel and emboss layer style is applied to them as well. To get rid of the bright edges, we pre-compose the background. Let's name it pre-background and scale it up to around 105% so that the bright edges disappear. I imported a particles rig I use all the time, created with expressions. Let's set the shapes to ellipse, reduce the particle size to around 25. Let's choose a very bright rose as color, particles opacity around 40, flicker speed and everything else should be okay. Let's reduce the particle speed though to 0.01. Awesome. Rigs like that are amazing. Set them up once and use them again and again. They help you to create amazing animations quickly and efficiently. Like text animations, for example, that automatically adjust to your comp size. I know it's overwhelming at the beginning. That's why in my course we start from 0. In 30 lessons we go through the basics. Basic expressions, responsive animations, dynamic text animations, and repetitive techniques. A more than 50-page long expression sheet will accompany you. Plus, bonus content with even more application examples. Upgrade your skills and learn how to animate with expressions in After Effects. The link is in the description. Now let's add the text, whatever font you want. I would use a clean sans serif one. My choice, DIN Next LT Pro, size 450, and let's use the black font style to make sure it's readable with that much going on in the background. Let's quickly align it to the center. Color doesn't really matter because we add the 4-color gradient from the top background shape. We copy it, go back to the text layer and paste it. We should move the color points a bit closer to the text to increase the contrast. Then we add a layer style. Right-click on the layer, Layer Styles, Inner Glow this time. Let's open the settings. We use a bright yellow as color. Set the source to center. Size, let's see, around 150 should be fine. So there are some bright parts in the center. Range 50%, and let's add some jitter, around 25%. Next, we duplicate the text layer, and instead of a fill, we use a 4 pixels wide stroke. We need to brighten the colors of the gradient to make the stroke visible. The top 2 colors. The first one, white. The second one, a bright yellow. And let's adjust the color point position so that the stroke is dark towards the bottom and bright towards the top. You could, of course, animate all the color points as well. That would look awesome. Let's focus on the style in this tutorial though. Maybe let's brighten up the fill gradient as well, to increase the contrast to the background. Now, let's add some finishing touches. We add a new solid. This time we choose a color, a bright rose. Let's name it Light, because this will be an ambient light bringing the background and text together. We use the ellipse tool to add a round shape around the top edge of the S and T. Let's add a mask feather around 500. Really soft. That's the difference. Finally, we add an adjustment layer. Then we add CC light rays. Let's set the center somewhere near the top left edge of the S, on top of the letter. Radius around 100 maybe. And let's reduce the warp softness. Maybe let's set it to 0. Color, white. And on top of that, we add noise. Amount of noise, 5%, no color noise. With a combination of different techniques and effects, you can create very unique styles in After Effects. Make sure to check out the links in the description to learn how you can create your own particles rig and many more things, of course. On the left side, I've added a video you might like. Thanks for watching this one. See you in the next one. Bye, everyone.